Happy Monday, everybody. I'm out in the hall. As I said in the last video, I was going to take all the dead leaves off of this. And as you can see, it's meant to come up like that. So I thought if I got some kind of obelisk for it to, it's got nothing to cling on to apart from leaning up against the wall. But yeah, didn't have a very productive weekend at all, apart from putting the birdhouse up, which I will insert now. Here's my bird table, all up and running, that we might put up the weekend. Birds have been using it this morning, so yep, happy with that. It's worked out a lot better than I thought it would. Yep, it's got feeders hanging on it, got food, got some seed in there. This is like a robin mix that we bought. Just some seed and some mealworm. So yeah, birds have been nibbling on it. Yep, that's it, done. Thumbs up. So yeah, hubby and I sorted that out, put that up, and did turn out better than I thought. So that's well strapped onto the decking. And today the birds have been on it. I thought that it would take a lot longer. But today I've had blue tits, great tits, robin. Yeah, they've been on the feeders and on the table itself. So yeah, really happy with the way that turned out. I mean, I don't normally feed them till November, but I thought, well, since I've got it up, get them used to it, but they seem to be enjoying it this morning. I kept looking at this, I've watered them all today, and I thought, no, you really do need. So what I'm going to do is probably, I didn't want to repot it until spring, but it definitely needs an obelisk. So I think I'm going to order that, and then I can put it back over in the corner there by the window, and it will be happy there. But I'm normally on the top of taking all the dead bits off, but I've been leaving it, and can't leave it anymore. It's got loads on here that just need a good trimming off. It makes it look nicer when all the dead stuff's been cut off. But yeah, this job is when I let it get this bad, it takes a while. I'm normally on the ball with it, but I haven't been, as I say. So this is kind of the leaves before I started using the aquarium dechlorinator to dechlorinate the water. So we're going to see whether that's really going to help now, because if it does, it will stop, hopefully, most of the leaves at the bottom going brown. It's looking a lot better already. The poor thing is falling over, aren't you? Just desperately needs, look, that's how tall it is. Desperately needs support. Yeah. But I will have a look at that today, and if I do get one, I will show it to you. I think this will be a lot happier on it. As I say, it's about 3 years old. So it's been doing well, just not been supporting it enough. Looking better. Still got a few hanging about. Sometimes don't get all of them because there are so many. I try to get as many as I can. It's looking better. So what I'm doing is, obviously it's on a stand, I lean it against the wall, and that's what's been holding it up, but it's now not enough for it. It's not enough for it because it's top heavy. That's that job done, and all the plants have been watered and fed this morning. So yeah, that's what that is. Welcome back. It's now Thursday. I've had a couple of days of not vlogging because hubby wasn't feeling very well for the last couple of days. He's back to work today. I think it's probably a virus. There's a lot of viruses going around at the moment. So yeah, maybe I will get it as well. But I have managed to be doing a little bit of crafting for my doll's house, and I've been trying to make windows. So this is my first attempt. Got sort of lots of gaps and maybe not brilliant, but it's the first one. Opens, opens sesame and closes. So that's, and it fits quite snug in there. There was I was toying with whether I was going to edge it, but I think I quite like the delicate effect rather than chunky, because a lot of my things on the doll's house, or windows on the doll's house, all like this chunky, and I didn't really want, I wanted it quite refined looking. So I hadn't completely finished the roof. I know I said I was going to go finish the roof before I moved on to the next section, but I just wanted to prove to myself that I could make the windows, because I've got a hell of a lot of windows to make. But I'm hoping to, the skylight bits at the top, which are quite chunky, I want to maybe redesign that, but I'm not sure. But while I was crafting, my poor cutting mat, which I've had for years, split. Can you see that? Big split, which means it doesn't sit flat. So I'm like crafting with a mountain in the middle, like that. It's just gone all wonky. So I've had it years. It's such a shame for it to go, but RIP my cutting mat. But yesterday, hubby bought me a new one in pink. Look at that. So nice new one. But what I'm going to try and do with this mat is not glue or paint on it, just use it for cutting, because my old one, as you can see, got used for paint, and you can see the shininess is glue, and I think that's probably what, I mean, they must have a shelf life, mustn't they? And it just split, which is such a shame, because I do like to get my full use out of it. But yeah, so now I've got my new one. I did see one that would cover the whole of this table, and my husband said, "Oh, that would be a good idea." And I thought, should I have got that one? But it's kind of a dining room table as well as mainly a crafting table. But you know, if we have visitors, or it's just nice to have a table to use. So yes, I'm making a mess um, of making window frames and really trying to refine this. But my first frame, I used a bit of the heavier duty balsa wood that I had, and I couldn't get the pins in to make the bracket parts. I don't know if you can see it, probably not, but make the bracket parts so that it would swing. It doesn't open in, which is good because windows should open out, shouldn't they? But there you go. I'm quite chuffed with my first attempt at trying to make a window. So as I say, I've got lots of them to make. So I thought I would start plodding along with the making of the windows, and maybe thinking of the stained glass at the top. But yeah, it's other than this, I've got a nice warm cup of. I'm a bit chilly. Nice cup of peppermint tea. Mm, mm, that's good. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Yeah, so it's just pottering and say making these windows for the doll's house. It's really handy. I got which is coming handy. I've had these for a while. Bag of matchwood, and they're coming in handy for the bits in between these bits here for making that. So I'm glad I've got those because it really they're quite strong, because they're matchwood, and it just works out at a nice size for them. The mess. Look at the mess, my nice new mat. I'm making I need to make an outer frame that fits in the window to then put this bit, got to make, because as I say, I did make one, but I couldn't get the pins through and it just kept breaking, so I gave up on that one. But I've got lots and lots of the softer wood, which works out better. It's very bendy and soft, but I double it up and it just makes it a bit stronger, but it's easy to push the pins through on it. So that's what I'm using while drinking my peppermint tea. Mm. Lovely, lovely jubbly. I was happily recording away there, and my microphone had run out of battery, and so there was no audio. So I don't know what bits, but anyway, um, I've managed to do some uh, windows, made some windows. So they're just drying, and I've made the bit of the frame part of it as well. But I'll show you. What I wanted to show you was it in situ. It's a bit of a gap, but for my first window, I'm going to paint them black. So they were working window. So yeah, but I've got a lot of windows to make because there's even windows on the sides, and then we've got some little windows here, and I want to make some kind of stained glass thing up the top here, but that's a thought for another day. I just need to get all the windows in. That's another week. The weeks just go so quickly now. It's true the saying, the older you get, the faster the time goes. Just not enough hours in the day. It seems like you've just got out of bed and you're getting in it again. When I was talking about the bird table, when I was talking about the different, mealworm and seed, I don't know if you're interested, but this is what I've been using. It's the peckish robin mix, and I think he does like it. So just in case you was interested, and then obviously mealworm and just some general seed with sunflowers, and I don't know what other seeds in there. But yeah, I was really pleased with the outcome of the windows. I just wanted to, it was sort of niggling my mind. Can I make them? Can I make them? Is it going to be hard? And it isn't. So I quite enjoyed that, making the windows. So I think today and over the weekend, I'm going to concentrate on really getting a kickstart with the secret project, really get that underway. I think I'm procrastinating over it and it's putting me off because it's new, it's something I haven't done before. But what I say to myself is it doesn't matter how it turns out, it's the having a go. And then while you're having a go, you can think, well, I'll do that differently or I'll do this differently next time. it's all a learning curve, isn't it? Yeah, I really, really do need to just get a start. Just get a start on it. I think once you get a start on something, it then grows, doesn't it? And you want to pick it up. But even if it turns out awful, I've given it a go. And that's the main thing. Yeah. Mm. Got coffee this time. Yeah. Yeah, I must go out and check on my seedlings. Not been out there to check on anything. I can't get over how bizarre this is. In spring, obviously, when the seeds had come up and everything, and you're planting them out into the garden, I planted antirrhinums on both sides, on both the beds, the new bed and the established bed. And I also had chrysanthemum cuttings planted on the existing bed and the new bed. And you couldn't make it up. On the existing bed, most, not all, but most, majority, I'd say 90% of the antirrhinums and the chrysanthemums are either pink or burgundy. On the new bed, they're all yellows and whites. But yet you can't see what they're going to be. That is just blows my mind. How did I manage that? So I've got all pinks and the dark burgundy wine colour, and then all the yellows and the whites on the other side. What kind of sorcery is this? I'm going to lift my geraniums that I grew from seed. They haven't flowered, but obviously they're new. But I remember overwintering my geraniums in the cold frame last year and they died. So I'm going to bring them indoors and just put them here by so they get plenty of light, but they can be protected. So it's not really giving them a winter, but I don't know what else to do. I could put them in the shed. Maybe that would be better protection for them. But no, I'm going to bring them in. I'm just going to see what happens, and I'll probably try and grow another seed batch next year. And then if the overwintering of them indoors works out, then I can get quite a collection of them to then start taking cuttings. So yes, I've just slowly, really slowly plodding along. That's it for this week. Wrapped up another week of crafting, not so much gardening. Um, so until next time, happy crafting. Take care. Ta-ta for now.